Hi, I'm Cheyenne, Shiner Driscoll of CO Marketing, and I am a marketing coach and consultant for small businesses and entrepreneurs. And today I have a conversation to share with you that I had with one of my most favorite fellow small business owners. Kaoru is the owner of Cha Cha Tea in Kingston. It's this lovely little tea shop, loose leaf tea shop in Kingston. And we have a really fun conversation around the 20 years she's spent being a successful store owner and what kind of challenges and successes that's brought her. And at the end of this, I really think you'll see why I find Kaoru so inspiring and how deeply I appreciate the mindset that she shares. This is what it takes to run a successful small business for 20 years. It's no easy feat, and it really does take a certain skill set and a certain type of character to be able to keep heading in that direction. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you take as much out of this conversation as I did. Have fun.
My name is Kaoru, and I'm the owner of Cha Cha Tea, a little tea shop in Kingston West. And I sell loose leaf tea. And I offer tea shop now. I started on the brick and mortar store since 2006, and I started to do online store 2017.
Brave. Tell me about your staff. You have a couple of staff that you have as well.
Yes, I have lovely two part-time staff, Stephen and Jenny.
Tell me
Yeah,
about
yeah.
why you decided to start the business.
Oh, because I needed the tea shop. I just needed it. I am from Osaka, Japan, and tea shop everywhere,
Mm,
and tea houses. And I went to Toronto, and then some, tea shops. And I went to little Japanese store or Chinatown, Chinese market, Chinatown. And I came here
nothing.
and no Chinatown, right?
Oh no.
Yeah. And then I said, oh, tea shop, no tea shop. And I thought, we need a tea shop. I said to my husband, we need a tea shop. First store was a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a back room, and then my girls were little, so I was using that for their playroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I had a playpen, and my daughters were taking nap there when my mom was watching them, and then I have at the store. So that was fun time.
When you started, was there ever any moments where you were worried about whether people would pay the price or not at the very beginning?
Yes, yes, because there was no tea shop then. I mean, loose leaf tea shop when I opened. So I don't know if enough people would find value. Yeah. So, but I think I told you many times, I'm really average person. So I am not odd. I know I am not only person
Yeah.
have this problem or only person like this so much. Yeah. So must be a lot of people would like it. If I like it, a lot of people will like it.
Mm. So
Yeah.
you were able to
Yeah.
tap into your own value of the product, and you saw there must
Mhm.
be other people like me, but you did have a little bit of that struggle of like, maybe I'm not sure. Was it once you started getting sales coming in that you're like, okay, clearly people want this and are willing to pay?
Yeah, because it was in Kingston. Um, so I talked to a guy from Ketco,
Mhm.
and there was no tea shop. So why, right? So maybe people didn't need it. So I said, okay, yeah, that's true. Let's find out. So I open it.
With that risk, right? Well, okay, I guess I'm gonna see if that is true or not.
Yeah, and then he said I have to do market research. I didn't know what to do,
Mm.
how to do it. And I said, how do you know if you don't have a tea shop? There's no model here. Yeah, but I went to Loblaws, like a Tuesday AM, just walk around and then check. Oh, she picked Earl Grey. Oh, he he picked peppermint and you know, I was doing that. And I pick different time, different day. So I know security camera is watching.
She's back again.
Yeah. Yeah. But she's not taking anything, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So I made my own data.
you felt like, okay,
Mm.
there are tea drinkers here. What gave you the guts to be like, well, okay, they might be buying at the grocery store, but some of them would want to buy this higher quality tea that I know is available.
Yeah, because it's not good. I can't say that though. Yeah. So I don't talk about other companies' stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is a purpose for that.
it's very common when we first decide to tackle offering a product or service until we get that validation, and not in like a shallow sense, but the market fit is the marketing terms for it. Once you start getting purchasing, that's how you can then validate that there is a market for this product or service the way I'm offering it. And I think once we hit that stage of being a couple of years in where it's like, oh yeah, this is clearly steadily happening, that questioning we have of our own value kind of takes a step back. I think that's when we kind of lower that and we step a little more into being confident that what we're offering is really a value and enough other people are willing to purchase it that it's like, yeah, I'm not worried about that part anymore. Yeah, I think you've been in the game so long that you're like, ah, yeah, I have no problem with this part. There's absolutely no concerns for me.
Yeah, I'd be really lucky because I know, some customers, longest customers are from day one I open.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. First customer, he still come.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's such a lot. Talk
Yeah,
about longevity. Wow.
yeah, yeah,
What about when you went
yeah.
to your other offers? So you have workshops and you have your book club. When you branched out into those kind of things, were you ever a little unsure, or did you have that same energy of like, well, let's try it out and see how it goes?
Yeah, it's more for fun. I didn't think, oh, I have to different, uh, what string of revenue. I didn't think that way.
You're just
Yeah,
playing with
but
it. It was fun.
yeah, in order to do that, I thought I need some like a credential to
Mhm.
do workshop. Yeah, so I thought, oh, okay. I don't know. I think I read article somewhere, be expert.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, how? And then I look up and then I said, oh, there's a tea sommelier course. I wanted to do that. Yeah. And then, okay, after I became a tea sommelier, maybe I can do workshop. Yeah.
Mm.
So that was my thought process.
Did you charge for the workshops right from the start?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you come up with your pricing for it? How did you determine the value of it for you?
I looked up some other workshop people offer workshops, and then I talked to Kerry as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we compare other, expert they are doing already long time. Yeah, yeah. So that was like my benchmark, and
Yeah.
then Kingston it's smaller, and yeah, I'm smaller, and then like a newer in workshop. So okay, what if he charged $35, then okay, I'll start with $25. And then if it's more tea, then I can add. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You really
hmm
look for the market standard and then you base your pricing off of that.
yeah.
Very smart. Very smart. And so it's not personal for you, right? You're using a lot of logic in that. You're like, well, this is what is charged normally, and here's the
hmm
other elements I need to incorporate into this, and I adjust accordingly.
hmm
Very
Yeah. Yeah.
smart.
Yeah. And so before I start a business, I didn't know anything about running business or starting business for that matter. I didn't know anything about business. So I read a book about starting your own coffee shop because there are no books starting tea shop,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to open a coffee shop, but I read the book, and a little section was tea, little section, and then I read that, and then that part said, um, tea business is high risk, low return.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, ouch, right? Before I start. Yeah, but it says if you know enough about tea,
Mm,
almost you can write a book. Customer will be really loyal.
and that's proven to be.
And I found that is true.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
had people since day one. It's clearly worked out exactly like that.
Yeah.
Tell me about a couple of your biggest challenges you faced since you started the business, the pieces that like made you just completely overwhelmed or frustrated or wondering how you were going to move forward with this.
I have two.
Okay.
Yeah. One is I don't want to say balancing, but life and business, right?
Yeah.
Especially my daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I started really when they were really young.
How
They
old?
were only 1.5. No, 1 and 2.5.
Oh, babies, just babies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my youngest one turned 1 in June, end of June. I signed a lease, July.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's a lot.
So what was I thinking? But so that was always challenging.
Hmm.
And then I would say I think everybody would say pandemic.
Yeah. How did the pandemic impact you specifically? Because you had a brick and mortar. I like that was, oh, that was a hard time for brick and mortar businesses.
Yeah, that was hard. I was crying,
Mm,
and my husband asked me, okay, so if gonna be zero, if the income is gonna be zero, no sales,
hmm.
how long can you stay?
Yeah.
How long do you wanna, use your savings? And then I said, oh, I don't know, to keep the store, I don't know, 6 months, right? And then, oh, it's gonna be over 2 months then. We thought that for 2 months. Yeah, oh, okay, so maybe we can do that. But luckily, first year I didn't lose sales. I
Aw,
switched to online orders and pickup orders and worked fine.
people still needed their
So
tea.
that yes, people say tea is essential, tea is essential, and people stay home, so people drink
Oh,
more tea. Yeah, so 2020 was almost same as previous year, and
mhm.
then I started to grow 2021 with
Ah,
2022. Yeah, yeah,
wow. So something that felt like it was going to possibly close the business down actually you ended up growing coming out of that.
yeah. That's when Kerry found me, and then I joined Weekend Project,
Yeah.
and then I took 8 weeks, yeah, 2 months project, BIPOC women entrepreneurs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, fusion project, and then I joined Mastermind, and then I met you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yay. The
yeah,
community of WeCan and the project there and the women that have come together and Carrie Ramsey is kind of like our guide. That has been so monumental for so many women that I know in business, myself
yes,
included. I can see why once you find that space of other women who are in the middle of this with you and people who are maybe they face the struggles you're facing now so they can help smooth that road a little bit or they can support you as you go through it makes a huge difference on your business growth. It really, really does.
yeah, yeah. I get chill when I think of that. Yeah, yeah. I've learned a lot.
Tell me about some of your biggest successes of the business that you've experienced so far.
I think it's overcome pandemic.
Funny, the
Yeah,
challenge and success on the same one.
yeah,
Yeah. How did you do
yeah.
it? What do you think contributed to the success of that?
I think customers trust.
The loyalty you'd built up. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Kingston, maybe itself too. lot of push to support local businesses. Yeah, yeah.
It was a beautiful time for Shop Local. It suddenly became the main conversation happening in our community. It was really, really incredible to watch the way the community and the like local politics, everybody
Hmm.
really pulled together, recognizing the vulnerability of our small businesses at that time. It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, yeah. So that helps a lot. Yeah, a couple of publication like Kingston's Maker and Visit Kingston. Yeah, these people came and interview me and take pictures, and
Yeah.
yes, that was really helpful.
Aw. What did you do? Because I know you didn't just sit back. You were offering pickup, and did you invest more into the online sales? Did you work a bit harder on that side as well?
Yes, it was so hard. I am still not a tech person.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But my daughter helped me to open my Instagram account and um POS because I wanted to connect with my online store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
you
had to
did stuff
learn a
on
lot.
your end
Still.
too, right? Oh gosh, I hate this word now, but like the PTSD on it, you pivoted into the online world. So you did your part too to help contribute to that success. You met the loyalty and those initiatives of people wanting to shop local, and you gave them the way to do it, even though they couldn't come into the store.
Hmm. And also it was really luck too. So around 10th anniversary, I was talking to my mentor. He is based in US, and he said, "Okay, what is your next goal? And then you want to have second store?" I said, "No, I don't want to have second store." And he recommended to do online store,
Mhm.
and it would be really nice. It will give you a nice impact,
Yeah.
right? And it's kind of second store, but you can do from your store. So,
Yeah.
okay. And then I have nothing, I don't know anything about, creating website either. But he said, "Oh, you're from Canada, so why don't you look in Shopify? It looks really good company." Yeah, so I started, take picture, and then first top 10, and then add. So it took me 4 years to do all the teas, and then a pandemic.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yes. So people are so surprised. Kaoru, you have website,
That is
and
good.
you did
Yeah.
so quickly, right? So no, it was always there.
I just sat down yesterday and plugged this all in, I swear. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you're being
Yeah.
proactive about that ended up giving you exactly the foundation you needed to be able to move through that
Hmm.
challenge. Wow.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah. So
timing.
it was really lucky. I was really lucky. Yeah, that part because I was not doing that for getting ready for pandemic.
It just happened to work out perfectly.
Yeah, it's just nice to have. My idea was, oh yeah, nice to have.
Very nice to have.
Yes, and then it really rescued my store, my
That would have
business.
been so much to try to do. And I know a lot of business owners, when it was suddenly like pivot online, it was very overwhelming. They were already dealing
Yes.
with all the other challenges and then trying to add learning a whole new system and a whole new way of doing business. It was a high demand on the business owners for sure. It was
Hmm.
a lot. Tell me about your content. I love your content. I think you do your content marketing in such a beautiful, authentic way, and it clearly resonates with your audience. They clearly really enjoy what you're doing. Talk to me a bit about your social media and your emails and your blogs, where that comes from for you, why you decided to do it.
Um, it's again nice to have. Yeah, but first, yes, nice to have. But people connect with me.
Mhm.
People, yes. Even some people don't comment on Facebook or Instagram. They come to the store and then they talk about the picture I took And then, oh, that's the cup you took picture the other day, or what was the tea you were talking about the other day? I want to try that tea. Yeah. So it it goes back and forth.
They
So
got
I like that about. Yeah. Yeah.
you saw it as
Yeah.
another way to
Connection.
connect to your customers even outside of the store.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, who's making your social media and your emails and your blogs? Tell me about who's the person behind it. It's all you, isn't it?
Yes, all me. Yeah. I think people can tell because of my English. Sometimes I get
Love it.
confused when
It's
I
so
say
genuine.
something.
And so why have you done it yourself? This is something a lot of people will either like, it feels like a lot of work or it feels like something that's really hard for them. How is it for you that you seem to really love doing it and that comes across in what you're sending out there? How does it work for you where it doesn't feel overwhelming or doesn't feel like laborious?
Oh, it's overwhelming. It's but I just cannot let it go yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I don't know. I still enjoy connecting with
Okay.
people. Yeah, and I don't know. Some people, yes, approach with me. You can have 10,000, clicks or likes or followers, or so I don't need that. I need only really core fan, like
Yeah.
300 people. Then great, right?
Not about
Yeah.
the numbers. It's about the quality, not the quantity.
But I want to do more regularly, though. I want to do more, um, yeah, consistently.
Consistently, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
That's a
yes,
learning, right? You already have such a the quality of your content is really good. So it's just about getting that schedule that works for you and
yes,
just locking it into a plan as we've been talking about.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Talk to me about your tea advent calendar that you did this December. Tell me about where the idea
Yes.
came from and the impact it ended up having on your business.
Oh, that was great. It was always in my mind because customers started to ask me, I don't know, maybe 3, 4 years ago. Yeah, and I said, oh, that's a great idea, but first I didn't know how to put all together in the box. I need box or so I didn't know what to do. So I
Yeah.
haven't done it. And then one of my staff, Janine, said around maybe October, she said, why don't we do Advent calendar? And I said, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, but I don't know if we have time to do that. Maybe we're gonna do next year. You know, Cheyenne, I don't do what I don't like to do, and I don't do what I don't know. So that's not good. I have to be uncomfortable. But in the mastermind, one lady suggested, and I said, "Oh yeah, that one came up, and then, yeah, maybe we should do that." And then same day, I went back to the store, and then I said, "Oh, there was a idea," and then Stephen and Jenny both said, "Yeah, let's do it. We can do it. We can help.
Aw.
Okay, let's do it." Oh my goodness, it was so much. Yeah, only for like a week. We had only 1 week to do.
Wow.
Yeah, to deliver on December 1st. People wanted to start on December 1st, right? Yeah, and we sold 36 calendars. It
Wow.
sounds not so much, but 36 has all 24 tiny little bags of 10 grams each.
A lot of bags.
So we over 800 small packages
Wow.
only in that week. Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Tell me about
yeah.
sending out your email to sell them and how that played out for you.
Yes, I just wrote email and then pre-order, overwhelming response. Really, really quickly it was sold out. And I said, oh, maybe if we can sell 10, that'd be great.
I'm happy.
That's how we started, right? And then, oh, for first 10 pre-order, sold out. Okay, can we add 10 more? Okay, let's do 10 more. Sold out. next day. And then waiting list. Yeah, so we did 36. And we could do more maybe. And then people still talk about it. I still get email. Yes, and then actually one lady emailed me. She wanted to have like a custom gift tea box
Yeah.
idea of the calendar. Yes, yeah, and then people already talking about next year. I want to be on the wait list, please. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was really really good.
And I remember you telling me how you sent out the email for pre-sales, pre-orders, and then you sat down to play piano, and then your phone just kept singing. You're just getting all these orders. Like, oh, what is happening? It's incredible the relationship you had built with your email list that you were able to send out a pre-order email and you were selling
Yeah.
something that you were hoping for maybe 10 and it like instantly went past that amount.
Yes. Yeah. That was good. That was good. It was fun.
A
And
lot.
then Janine helped me to curate, which tea it's going to be on the advent calendar. And then three of us picked some our favorites too. And
Aw.
yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
A lot of team poured into that, eh?
Yes. Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your emails. I know that you send out your emails directly to your audience. What do you, when you're writing them, where does it come from? Like, what are you sharing with them when you write your emails?
It is. It's a really letter, like dear Cheyenne, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Not uh not really sales newsletter. Yeah, what's going on at the store? How are you doing? And like almost a letter to your friends.
It really is like a letter, like a catching up and touching
Yeah.
base and sharing news.
Yeah. I
It's
don't know. Some people like to read it or not. I don't know. Yeah. I have to see the numbers.
clearly it's working though, because the advent calendar being able to sell like that off of that quick email you sent out, that was because you had so genuinely built a connection with them through your letters. It's really beautiful.
hmm
Emails,
Yes.
especially, we
Yeah.
get so many nowadays in our inbox, like it's hard to even open them up anymore. They just feel like, remember the early 90s when an email was, you knew who was sending, right? Like it was a letter. It originally was supposed to be
Yes.
just a mailbox and a mail letter, but on our computers, and it's turned into something completely different.
Yes. Yes. It really changed, right? And then so many automated uh letter emails too, right? Yeah.
Commercial.
But my customers still sent me email back to my newsletter.
It's personal.
Yeah.
It feels like a direct connection to you.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
lovely.
So I like to write, but it takes long time for me to write. So that's the difficult part.
Invest in it. But that's part of the value too, is right. You are showing up with investment and they feel that on
hmm
the other end. They know you didn't just quickly, like throw together something in 5 minutes and send it off. They can feel that you're showing up there and you're pouring yourself
hmm
into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
you
I think people can feel that.
Yeah, 100%. It's a big part of marketing, right? Like sometimes you will shoot something off really quickly and some reason it resonates and you're like, seriously, this thing. But for the most part, it's a very close connection between how much we pour into something and to the
hmm
reaction that an audience has. Because they feel that even the quality of production. So the content pillars that I'm covering in my workshop at the end of the month here is attunement, which is about really understanding where your audience is, not coming from your point of view, but really like what would they want to hear? What are they maybe unsure about? What would they really be inspired by? And then quality of production or being high quality content, whether that's making sure you sit down and it takes you a while to write an email or you get the right pieces to do the graphics in a nice way or that kind of thing. And even with your pictures, we were talking about that. I can see that you very carefully position things and you're really thinking about the aesthetic of the picture and you're thinking about the layout of that. And that's great. That's making sure it's a bit more higher quality. You're not just dashing it off and throwing it up there. And then the other piece is providing value. We talked about this the other day, where it's either educating, inspiring, or informing. And that's making sure that there's a reason for them to read this. Because when they're done reading or looking at it, they'll have received a little something. And nowadays, we have so much content in our lives that if you're not earning attention, you won't get attention. It's just how it goes. We have to show up with something to offer our audience.
Mm-hmm.
How do
Yeah,
you
that's
feel?
true. That's true.
How do you feel your social media and your blogs and your emails have supported your business? How do you feel like they've made an impact on the business itself?
I don't know about social media, but newsletter usually I get response.
Mm-hmm.
The Advent calendar was huge, but not only that, when I when I sent newsletter, I got good sales.
Yeah. You see your sales spike
Hmm.
up, you've said.
Yeah, I think it's a really good reminder maybe for them.
I can see that a
Yeah.
little.
So, oh yeah, I have to buy tea.
I'm running low on
Yeah.
my tea. And you said earlier
Hmm.
your social media, like people are watching and they're coming into the store and asking, what was that tea that you used? Or so it's clearly creating a connection with your audience, that it's not just the once or twice or however many times a month they show up that they're thinking of you. Now they're at home and they're seeing you on their feed, and you're continuing to connect with them outside of the store. And that type of relationship with your audience and your customers, it makes a huge difference in business growth and sales. Good.
Yeah.
Very good. I have one last question for you. This one's a little esoteric. How has your experience with your business made you into a better version of yourself?
Oh,
Big question.
I always want to be better version of myself. Um, I don't know. I don't want to give up. Hmm. I think I am a little bit more kinder to people. Maybe less, no judge quickly.
Mm,
Yes, okay. One example. So during the pandemic lockdown, I had a customer came into the store, and I said hello, and it's a tiny store, so it's so awkward if you
yeah.
don't engage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she didn't respond. Usually people say, "Oh, hi," or
Mm,
"Can I just take a look?" or "I'm looking for this," right? But she just ignored me, I thought. And then, if you have any questions, let me know. And she looked at me, didn't say anything. So, oh, okay, just let her be.
yeah.
And then she came to me, and then she said, can I have 100 grams of this, Earl Grey? And then I said, sure. And then she said, I'm sorry, can you take mask off?
Mm.
Because she can't hear. She has to read my lips.
Yeah, lip reading, yeah.
I said, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know that." And then
Ignoring.
I felt so bad. I said, "Yeah, yeah, no, no, don't worry, I can take off." And then we we connected that way, and then I felt so bad
Yeah.
because first I thought, "Oh, she doesn't want to talk to me, right?"
I
I
just come
judged
up with the
her.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but it was not that. She didn't hear me.
Yeah. And being
Hmm.
a business owner, you interact with so many different people and so many of your customers. You really expand your knowledge of just how many different people there are out there in the world and how different their experiences and their realities are.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that's beautiful. Being judgmental is such an easy trait to slip into. Life has a way of humbling us.
Yes.
Especially as a business owner, I have found the same myself. You start off prior to being a business owner, right? You're like, oh, you just need to do this and you need to do this and people need to be this way. And then you go into the experience yourself and you're like, oh, that's not as easy as it looks. And there's a lot of struggle behind it and a lot of challenge. And you just kind of you empathize more with other people, and you get much more humble than you were before.
Yeah, yeah. And then also at the same time, I really appreciate people share with me
Mm.
good news too.
Aw.
Yeah, yeah. So recently, become grandparents, right? Or my son graduated from high school, or my daughter getting to master's degree, and those life, what do you call that?
Events like milestones.
Milestones. Yeah, yeah. People share with me. Oh, and one guy, he's getting married this year.
Aw.
And yeah, those news too, and doesn't come on the TV news, but yeah, people share with me, and that's great. And I cry for both.
This is what I love about shopping locally and local consumerism. It's not just about where your money is going economically, that's hugely advantageous for us, but that sense of connection that comes from walking into the shop you've been going to for a year or 17 years and knowing the owner and being able to, like, oh, I'm getting married this year. Like, you genuinely you become witnesses to each other's lives, your entire lives. And if you stay in the same place and you keep shopping in the same places and you're connecting with real people, we that network and that connection grows so strong because we know each other's stories and we've been part of each other's stories. It's such
Yeah,
a beautiful part about shopping local.
yeah, yeah, yeah. One girl, she came, think second year, my store opened, and she was a student, and she met her boyfriend, husband now,
Aw.
and three boys, bought a house, moved to France, came
Oh,
back to Canada, and we are still friends now. Yeah.
oh, she's been through a whole journey. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
oh, I love it. Thank you, Kaoru. This is great. I really, really appreciated it. And your little tea shop in Kingston, I've heard so many good things about it from so many different people. I can't wait to
Okay.
get down there myself too.
Yeah, you should visit me. Yeah.
Here's online the cherry blossom tea we were talking about that you're going to launch in spring. I can't wait to order that online. I have to get some of that.
Oh my goodness. Last year, no, 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 2 years ago, I forgot to order the tea.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, usually in January, no, 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 February, they email me
Mhm.
and it's ready, pre-order, and then I just email how much I want, right? But that year, I totally forgot. The email went to wrong
Yeah.
file. I don't remember. And then around like a mid-March, my friend in Japan, everybody post cherry blossom picture.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's it.
no.
Oh, tea, right? And I call, and of course she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, sold out."
Mhm.
I said, oh my goodness, I'm okay.
Oh,
Fine then. And then, yeah, and at that time I was playing piano again. Telephone rang, and then I pick up, and then she's that lady, yeah, call me back, and then she said, how much do you need?
oh,
And then
wow.
I said, oh, I was gonna order like 10 pounds, but if you have only even two, I'll take it. And then she said, no, 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 we're gonna blend it for you.
Oh, how
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah. So she said they're gonna do like a second batch for me.
Oh, and so you got your cherry blossom tea.
Yeah. Then I said, okay, I'm gonna put on a Google
Put a
calendar
reminder.
February 1st, order sakura tea every yearly.
The little things that keep your business flowing, eh?
Yes.
Google
Yeah.
calendars, they are a godsend to businesses.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So you have to come. You have to come.
100%. I'm super excited to make it down there. Thank you, Kaoru. I hope you enjoyed that conversation as much as I enjoyed getting the chance to sit down and talk with Kaoru. She's got such a great energy to her. I always have so much fun with her. And I hope you were really able to be inspired and motivated by the wisdom she shared as a business owner that's been doing it for 20 years. Thanks for joining me today.